Well, today's, we'll start with the Daily Mail. Proud of yourselves, the treasonous bunch that stabbed everyone in the back. Just as the newly confident Tories inch ahead in the polls, 11 self-consumed malcontents pull the rug from under the EU negotiations, betray their leader, party and 17.4 million Brexit voters, and most damning of all, increase the possibility of a Marxist in number 10. First of all, there's already a Marxist in number 10, so that's bullshit. Them that have voted, they were told to vote by May, or the ones that pull the strings on May. Look at the smiley faces. Smiling, they're not smiling, they're laughing at you. Because this has all been pre-planned. There was never ever going to allow us to leave the EU. Well, I think it's time we got the gallows out for some of them, don't you? The scum. Frank, you are heroes. Robbie in secret intensive care hell. Yes, must be terrible having all that money and not knowing what to do with it. Imagine if you had millions and millions and millions of pounds and you think, what can I do with it? Oh no, it's getting me down. Well, that seems to be what they think. Yeah. We smash plot to fix the Ashes. Bucky's bid to rig today's test. Almost all these things are rigged anyway. It's only now that we're starting to find out that they've been rigged, which is a good move. Aye. Right. I'll go with the main headline first of all. Bruising defeat for May in Commons. After day of high drama in Westminster, Prime Minister suffers high Brexit setback. No, she doesn't. She knew it was coming. It's already been arranged. Nothing happens by accident. This has been planned years in advance. Just to piss us off. That's what it's about. That's the main reason. Let's just read a bit more of the rubbish. Rebellion by Conservative MPs drives through amendment that secures Parliament vote on EU withdrawal. Last minute concessions was dismissed by Tory rebels led by Dominic Grieve. First Commons defeat for government comes just day after Brussels summit. All pre-planned. Guaranteed. If we look up at the top there, Nick Clegg. A European army is pure fantasy. I want you to hold that in your memory. Hold that piece of shit says that a European army is pure fantasy when everything is pointing to a European army, including this PESCO shit. Britain has caught up with Royston Varsi. I never watched that, so I don't know what it's about. And some bird. Sorry, but you can kiss my couch, or something along them lines. And down the bottom there, Trump tastes defeat in historic Alabama vote. £725. The cost of being a loyal customer, I would suggest that's probably all of them, including gas, electric, phone, water. That's what it's going to cost you for staying with that one company. Of course, what they tend to do is they hike the prices, like they've been doing forever, so that you end up apparently owing them money, even though they're dabbing into your bond account and taking loads out there. They get you in debt so that then you can't leave. So they get you in a catch-22 situation. Football, I'm guessing. The Times. Now here, I want you, because yesterday almost all the papers were talking about Star Wars. Now I want you to see what they've done here to subliminally tie this together. Revenge of the Rebels. Revenge, one of the Star Wars part of a name, and Rebels, Rebel Alliance, and all that sort of thing. So this is subliminal shit to get to drag your psyche in. MPs win right to final vote on Brexit. In other words, we can just say, actually, you know, we're not coming out. Yeah, we've decided we're going to stay in. I don't care what every man, woman and child has said, I don't care the majority have said out, we're apparently sovereign. Even though they're not, we're sovereign, they're criminals. Drama as senior Tory sacked, May undermined before Brussels trip. The Guardian, the top, it's the evil dictator. From strong and stable to the Maybots P45. Well, she's never been strong, she's never been stable, in fact, anything but stable. She's a Satanist, just like the majority of them in the cabinet, and a lot of them in Parliament. Along with Satanism goes paedophilia, so we all know that. Lovely bubbly, why cover is the best bargain Christmas fizz, and football City hit new heights with record run of victories. Tory rebellion humiliates PM on Brexit bill. No, it doesn't. It's all been pre-planned. This is just smoke and mirrors to make you think this sort of shit goes on and this sort of thing can happen, because it doesn't. It's pre-planned years in advance. MPs back amendment that promises a meaningful vote on the final EU deal. Yeah. What's that then? You know, this Brexit, is it? Brexit. British exit from the EU. No. And over on the right there, I'm no cheat, says from after failing drug test. Well, nowadays, you know, you get things that they put on their banned list in Mars bars and things like that. So just because he's failed a drug test on something, you need to look deeper in it to find out what it was, and more than that, anything else. Mirror. That chef that was a dickhead. Blow to May as MPs get vote on Brexit. Yeah, because she never knew it was going to come. She hadn't already been round and said, right, you lot vote this way. We know that they're going to vote that way, so we just need you, and you to vote this way, and we've got it sorted. And I'll pretend it's a shock. Peter Kay, I'm so sorry. Comics apology to 17 million fans as he calls off 85 million tour for family reasons. Well, family reasons are family reasons. Family comes first. Yeah, I don't see a problem with that. Although 85 million for a tour seems a little bit excessive, shall we say. Daily Telegraph. Mutiny in the Commons. Blows up storm for May's Brexit talks. What a crock of poo. Kathleen Turner at the top there. Hollywood couldn't cope with my illness. Daddy's Girl, the tragic downfall of Mary Parkinson. And Andrew Strauss, England chief quits ashes for his family. Well, if you do, you do. Boris attacks London Mayor for failing to help Grenfell victims. Yeah, because Boris would have done so much more. Oh yeah, he'd have been there and still done nothing. NHS struggles with staff shortages as millennials demand career breaks. Well, we all know that the NHS is underfunded, understaffed, on purpose, because they want rid of it and they want to usher in the private. It's like Branson, the evil parasite, suing the NHS and winning 300 million over an 80 million contract. Just because you get turned down doesn't mean you can go and sue. It's all smoke and mirrors. Down the bottom. Gender neutral bank calls time on the city gent. Guess that means there's going to be no more gents toilets. They're going to be gender neutral. The gender agenda being pushed on us all again. I'm sure you lot like me are absolutely disgusted at this satanic thing that they're trying to push on us. Comedian Kay cancels marathon tour. Russia to ease Britain's fears of gas crisis. So those nasty Russians are going to help us out by giving us more gas? Oh, them nasty Russians, you know you can't trust them. They're not good for us. What May says she means, and her Brexit deal is entirely realistic. Utter. Muslim states say US not welcome in peace talks. Well, that's understandable, seeing as the US has invaded more countries than any other country on the planet. They're not really what you would call a nice country, are they? Star. Fears for Peter Kay as all 110 tour dates axed. No. You have family reasons, problems, who knows? His gran might be dying, and might, you know, anything could happen. Yeah, so, why are they making such a big deal out of it? Holly Ann her Jedi boobs. I've not read that, but it's the usual Zionist stuff to try and, oh, boobs, man gives birth, yeah. Road to hell at Crimbo. Yeah, we're on the road to hell. And it's being steered there by those in Parliament and in the Buckingham Palace. Don't worry, their turn's coming. Tempe Express. Outrageous. Rebellion by 11 stubborn Tory MPs threatens Brexit chaos. Or, the real story there, the public is screwed over again as planned 11 Tory MPs swing it the other way so that they'll get a final say and there will be no Brexit in the end. Millions face pensions crisis. Britain's warned they are not saving enough. They are not going to get a pension. Unless you're going to get it within the next year, you're not going to get a pension. And even if you're going to get it in the next year, you still might not get it. So don't worry about something years and years in the future, because the system better have come down way before then. And mystery as Peter Kay cancels 110-day tour saying, sorry, my family always comes first. I've got no problem with that whatsoever, and I agree totally. Metro. Selma, sex bully Weinstein threatened to kill me. Arson blaze, fourth child victim, 3 dies. What is wrong with some of these mental... It's when you see that sort of thing, you think they do need to be looked after by nanny state. But for the rest of us that are now grown up and left home, as so to speak, we don't need the nanny state. In fact, the nanny state can go away. FT. UK taps Russia gas hit by US sanctions amid supply crunch. LNG shipment due at end of month. Pipeline shut down drives prices up. So there you go. It was the pipeline was shut down. Not an accident, not blown up. It was shut down deliberately to drive the prices up at the coldest time of the year. Yes, in December there is a cold time of year. It's usually from about November to about March. So, you know, we get cold weather at this time of year. Oh, and it looks like they know that, so they deliberately shut the gas pipe down to drive up the prices and hammer us all. Last address. Fed raises rates and hints at more as Yellen prepares to bow out. Now this evil bitch here, look, big smile on her face because she knows she screwed the poor over again. Dennis Healy. World events do not occur by accident. They are made to happen, whether it is to do with national issues or commerce, and most of them are staged and managed by those who hold the purse strings.